What is up, everybody? Back with another video. We actually recently surpassed 2,000 subscribers on the channel, so thank you guys very much. Actually, with that, I actually wanted to do more of a special video. It's going to be a 2,000 subscriber special Q&A slash kind of like a 2025 plan slash like future plans for the channel type video. So kind of like a channel update video with like a little bit of Q&A stuff in it as well. So kind of more of a chill video. I don't expect everybody to watch this video, only the ones that actually really care about the channel or the ones that happen to ask questions, which was actually very few people, unfortunately. But I gave people like a week. If you guys missed, I threw a community post in the community tab on the channel about a week ago. I gave you guys until January 2nd, and I actually called it earlier this afternoon. We only got like 2 people, and one of them ended up deleting their comment for some reason. So I have the question they asked here, but I was going to try to, I was going to screenshot all of the questions and feature them in the video. But for some reason, whoever asked it actually ended up deleting their comments, so I don't know who it actually was. It was somebody with like an orange and like yellow profile picture. I don't know the name though, but I have their question here. I'll answer in the video, even though I won't be able to feature the comment in the video. So if you guys wanted to ask me questions, there was a community post. You could have commented on there and actually asked me up to 3 questions. Fortunately, we only had like a few people actually do it, so I expected a lot more. We only got a few people, which is fine. So gonna be kind of like a split of a Q&A video slash like a future plans video. So I'm gonna kind of get right into it. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'll keep on doing these in the future if we surpass more milestones going forward. Fingers crossed. Thank you guys for all the support throughout 2024 as well. Really appreciate it, and I really appreciate 2K subs as well. Hopefully we keep on going forward and keep on trucking. Gonna keep on putting out consistent content and kind of develop everything going through 2025. At least what we're gonna be talking about as well in this video. So probably throw either like some Overwatch, some Apex, or even some Paladins gameplay in the background for you guys. I think I have some. I might have some Gallant Paladins gameplay. I don't know. I have to go look at it from maybe it's have some still. I have to really look. I know I saved some before the servers went offline, just for like special occasions, but I have to go look. I might have some Paladins gameplay I might throw in the background for you guys. So those people that actually did click on the video, they can actually watch some Paladins gameplay, which I haven't uploaded in like almost 3 years now. So the first Q&A, which is from Brad Hertz, he actually asks 3 questions. I'll answer 2 of them. The third question I'm going to kind of answer towards the end of the video, which is more of a general question, which is going to be kind of plans for the channel and everything going into 2025. But what are my favorite Pokemon of every type? So if you guys don't know, I usually talk about this in a lot of my videos, but a lot of people that know me probably know my favorite Pokemon, which is Raikou. But at least for every type, that is my favorite electric type, but for every type, I'll throw a graphic on screen for you guys right now. This was actually really difficult to actually do. I like a lot of Pokemon, I really do. But the graphic on screen you guys see right now is from every single type. For some reason, it's in Spanish, I think. I couldn't get it in English, but it was the easiest way to actually kind of format it for you guys without having to do a bunch of work. So each type, like you guys probably know the types. I'll be talking about most of them just briefly, but I like a lot of Pokemon. These, by all means, like there's a lot more stuff I do like, but these are the ones that I would say, at least per type, are probably the ones I like the most, and the number 1 I would probably choose for each type. Grass type would be superior. You also look at this list too, like there's a lot of Mons on here from like Gen 5. It just goes to show you, like, that's when I really start getting into the game. A lot of these Pokemon are from Gen 5, which is really funny. Also, a really sad thing, too, is a lot of the Pokemon that are actually on this list are not available in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So it really sucks to be me, because a lot of my favorite Pokemon aren't even playable or usable in the current game and for this current generation. They're either locked out with Pokemon Bank, or they never got introduced in any type of the DLCs or anything in this generation, which is really sucks for me. So out of all these my favorite Pokemon, like literally only half of them I can actually use in the current generation, which really sucks. Sucks to be me, it really does. But Grass, superior, kind of a no-brainer. I've talked about it a lot. Fire type is actually, I would say number 2 would probably be Cinderace, but I think my number 1 favorite fire type is probably Victini. Really cool Mon, probably one of my favorite legendaries as well. Really, really cool Mon. Water typing was probably be Greninja. There's a few other ones too that I really like. Quavel, Suicune. There's a few other water types that I really do like. But I think if I had to choose one, it would probably be Greninja. Normal typing was really difficult to actually kind of choose. There was a few other ones that I was gonna maybe you could probably argue as well, but I think if I had to choose one, it would probably be Silvally. I think that's probably my favorite normal type. Really obscure. I don't know if there's anybody else that their favorite normal type is Silvally, but I think just a really cool mon. Really cool, badass design. Kind of a really unique concept. May not be the best Pokemon ever, but I think it's really, really fucking cool. Electric type, Raikou, no brainer. Like overall, like I said, that is my favorite Pokemon. If I had to choose one favorite Pokemon, it is Raikou. My favorite one. Psychic typing, Gardevoir, for sure, probably my favorite psychic type. Not really too much else I'd really say there, at least for psychic types. For fighting type, there's actually a few that I would actually really like for fighting type. If I would have to choose number 2, I think number 2 would probably be Lucario for a fighting type. But if I had to choose one, which I did choose, is Pangoro. Pangoro is my favorite fighting type. Really cool, badass mon. Yet again, another Pokemon that is not in the game, unfortunately, which I think would be really, really cool and great with Terra in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Rock type would be Gigalith. Probably one of my favorite shinies, too. If you guys know what shiny Gigalith looks like, I might actually even throw it into the video for you guys. Shiny Gigalith looks just so badass. One of my favorite shinies. By far one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 5, too. Another mon that is not in the current generation, too, which really sucks. I think Gigalith would be really cool with, like, Sandstream and Terra. It actually could be really nice. Ground type, Garchomp, kind of a no-brainer. Not really too many ground types I really like, so I think Garchomp. There's maybe one or two other more, like, I think Great Tusk would probably be number 2 if I were to pick. I think Garchomp's overall my number 1 for ground type. Poison typing is Crobat, one of my favorite mons, especially from like way back in the day, OGs. Really cool mon. Another mon that I think would be really good too in the current games, but it's not in the games, unfortunately. Really solid speed stat, and I would really like to see what they would actually give it move pool wise. I think it would probably get some type of buffs if they were bringing it into the game, but they never did. Another mon that's not in Scarlet and Violet, which is one of my favorites. Ninjask is my favorite bug type. Really cool mon, badass mon. Kind of sucks competitively. It's usually just there to set up like speed boost and baton pass substitute speed boost shit out, but I think overall it's a really cool mon. By far the favorite bug type that also is not in the game. Poison type, you got Scolipede, one of my favorite Gen 5 mons. Really badass looking mon. Really, really cool, and it has a really cool looking shiny too. Shiny looks really, really nice. Again, another Pokemon that was one of my favorites that is not in Scarlet and Violet, unfortunately. I think would actually be really good, especially with Terra, but it's not in the game, so we'll never know. My favorite Dark type is Meowscarada. Probably one of the newest mons. It's probably ended up being one of my favorites. I think on this list at least. Apart from like Tapu Koko, and there's a few other ones from the same generation, but at least from like the current generation we're on, I think Meowscarada is probably my favorite Pokemon out of all of them. At least for even like including starters. So really cool. Hisuian Zoroark, my favorite ghost type. Really, really cool mon. I think number 2, at least for ghost typing, would probably be, or at least for dark typing as well, I forgot to talk about. Number 2 for my favorite dark type, if I had to pick a number 2, would probably be Absol. Really close. I was really debating whether it was Absol or Meowscarada, but I think Meowscarada is a little bit better. At least overall, I like a little bit more. Ghost type, I think number 2 would probably be Cofagrigus. I think that would be my number 2 if I had to pick a number 2 ghost type. Ice type, Weavile. There's not really that many really cool ice types, which kind of sucks. It's really unfortunate. I think Weavile is like the only one I really genuinely like. If I had to choose like a number 2, it would probably be Frozlast. If I had to genuinely choose. Steel type, I guarantee you I'm probably the only person on Earth that likes Klinklang, and my favorite steel type is being Klinklang. I don't know anybody else that their favorite steel type is Klinklang at all. At least for if I had to pick a number 2 favorite steel type, though, I think it would probably be Aegislash. But I think overall Klinklang is probably my favorite one. People think it's a really boring mon, but like I think like a set of gears is a really cool, badass mon. Really generic, but it's really, really cool, at least in my opinion. And then overall you have Dragon type, the last 2 Dragon type. and Fairy type. Dragon type is Tyrantrum. Another Mon I was really hoping it would be in Scarlet and Violet, but it's not in the game. Again, like I said, a lot of my favorite Pokemon are not in the current game, which kind of sucks. And then you have my favorite Fairy type, which is Tapu Koko, which I don't even know if it'll ever come back. I think the Tapus were Mons that are going to be staying in the 3DS era of games. I don't think they're ever going to bring them over to the current generation or even going forward for like Generation 10. I'll be shocked if they come back, which is really unfortunate because there's some really, really cool Mons. All the Tapus are really, really cool, but by far my favorite fairy is Tapu Koko, and it's never came back. Which is one of the main reasons why I like going back and playing Ultra Sun and Moon, those type of games, just to use Tapu Koko. If I had to pick a number 2 fairy, though, it'd probably be Sylveon, if I were to probably pick one. So that's the entire, at least, like, graphic of every single type, my favorite Mons. Hopefully that gives you guys some insight, kind of what I like. A lot of really obscure shit. I guarantee you there's a lot of stuff here that nobody else probably ever has as their favorites for, like, a specific type, but overall some really cool stuff. But it really unfortunate, like, a lot of this shit isn't even in the current games, which is really sad. Hopefully it comes back, though, sometime. Maybe there's still a chance that it comes back before Generation 10. A lot of this stuff may be put into the game. I'm not sure, though. I highly doubt it, but we could always dream. What was the second part of the question? Will I ever play Smogon format like I did a long time ago? If you guys do not know, this is actually my second channel. I had a first channel that I kind of ended up just giving up on, or I wouldn't say really gave up on. I kind of abandoned it once it really wasn't going anywhere. Over there, a long time ago, like 2014 to like 2016, I did play Smogon over there once in a while, and I think that was like the last time I played. I think the last time I played Smogon was like in 2016 or 17, maybe 17. I'd have to go look, but I think there's a few Smogon videos on this channel too where I play Smogon format. If you guys don't know what it is, it's pretty much the geeky, like, nerd version of, like, ban everything fun version of playing single 6v6. It's pretty much a format that has a shit ton of rules and, like, specific tierings for every single fucking Pokemon. I'll never be playing Smogon again, just for 3 main reasons. They're fucking stupid. The bans for Smogon are fucking stupid, and all their clauses and shit are fucking stupid. These are the same pieces of shit they literally, for this generation, for Scarlet and Violet, they banned sleep in every single tier, and there is shit that is in Ubers that they suspect tested and completely banned from OU and below, like Volcarona, Palafin. There's a few other things too, Baxcalibur. Like, there's a few specific Pokemon that are literally not even should be in Ubers tier that are literally banned because they literally do not want to play around anything. The problem with Smogon is they are afraid to team build and actually play to counter stuff. They don't want to go out of their way too much in team building. If something is out of the ordinary and kind of fucks up their normal amount of team building, or makes them go out of their way with some type of their team building, they just ban it. They don't want to actually play against it or actually adapt to anything. They are literally the fun police. That's what Smogon are. These pieces of shit that run Showdown, they fucking perma-muted my account on Pokemon Showdown, so pretty much what that means is I cannot talk in any chats, I can't nickname any of my Pokemon, and I can't challenge people to battles on Showdown. And it's been in effect. I have been perma-muted on Pokemon Showdown since 2017, and that was literally almost 10 years ago. I had tried to make an appeal about a month ago, back in mid-November. If you guys want to, like, go through like an entire rant, I went on a rant on X, and I posted screenshots and everything of my ban appeal, and they pretty much didn't even take into consideration like anything I said. The head honcho over on Showdown that's actually running everything, Serenix or whoever his fucking name is, absolute dick sucker. The guy over there that's pretty much running everything literally didn't go through anything that I said. Kind of just brushed me off and kind of already had his mind made up, and pretty much just called the ban appeal and kind of just wrote me off and said, "Oh, we're not going to unban you. You can just go try it again in another 3 months." After I wrote like paragraphs and gave a bunch of evidence, they also never gave me any screenshots of anything I said either. They never posted any screenshots, no chat logs, no nothing. Apparently I was giving death threats to somebody That's one of the things I had, but they provide no proof of that at all. There's an entire bunch of screenshots and a huge rant if you guys want to see it over on X. It's linked to that down below from like mid-November. Go over there, check it out. Pretty much, I tried to appeal the permanent mute for almost being like permanent muted since 2017, and they pretty much what he said is go fuck yourself. I already have my mind made up. You're a piece of shit. We're never gonna unmute you. Either don't play Smogon or go fuck yourself. That's pretty much what he said. So I'll never play Smogon ever again. And even if they do unmute my account, or even both of my accounts, one of my accounts not even mine. It was an account my friend had, because I used to play with somebody in high school that on Showdown, usually during like lunch and like during the free times back in high school. That's pretty much what it was from. He's the one that originally got the account banned. And because it was on the same IP, then my account also got banned. That's kind of what it originally stemmed from. That's kind of the main thing, but just kind of by association. I'm not saying I'm innocent, but at the same time, that's kind of what really happened. It was mainly him doing a lot of the stuff, and I kind of got in trouble because it was on the same IP. So they just, if it's on the same IP, they just ban all the accounts that are associated with one. Kind of what it really is. But it's been like almost literally 10 years, and I still have not gotten both of the accounts banned. The account he gave me, which he no longer plays, he has not played on Showdown since like 2018 or 2019. He does not play Pokemon anymore. The guy is literally a fucking rapper. He is an indie rapper, DJ. That's what he does for a living now. He doesn't play Pokemon in like almost 10 years. I don't know. He gave me his account at that time, and I had both of the accounts, and they weren't able to be unpermamuted even almost 10 years later now still, for some reason. Because all the fucking people on Showdown that run the site are assholes, pretty much, so. That being said, we got the future plans as well. Actually, we actually have one more question. I'm going to get to the future plans towards the end of the video, but we have one more question, actually. There's actually somebody that actually posted this. I was going to screenshot their comment and actually include it in the video, but when I actually looked for the comment, they ended up deleting it. So whoever it was, they had their comment up on the post for like half a day, and I was about to go screenshot and it was gone. So I wrote it down for the video so I remember what the question was, but when I go back to actually screenshot it, it's not there. So whoever it was, they had like I think it was like a yellow and orange profile picture or something. Whatever it was, they asked if I'm ever going to be playing Paladins again, if I ever go back to playing Paladins. The short answer is it comes down to Hi-Rez. If Hi-Rez is still around in like 2 years, which I don't think they will be. I think Hi-Rez as a company won't be around longer than 2 more years. These are the same fucking people, though. I don't think I ever really want to play another Hi-Rez game because they're the same fucking people that refuse to give me a refund for my Smite content. Smite is literally unplayable on the Nintendo Switch. I have spent hundreds of dollars on the game from the span of it being put on the Switch. I think it was back in like 2018, I think is when it was. I think it was 2018 when they put Smite on the Switch originally. In the span of about 4 years, I spent like a couple $100 on the game, which was really stupid. But I spent a bunch of money on the game, whether it was for gems or for skins, and these motherfuckers still refuse to give me a fucking refund, and they never fixed the game on Switch. And there was somebody like a few weeks ago in my comments too that tried playing the game on Switch, and they said all it does is crash. So glad to know that I have had the game uninstalled for over a year now. I think it's like been about close to 2 years, and literally nothing has changed. All you do with Smite is you go on and you literally just crash every fucking 2 seconds. Either you can't even get into a match, you'll lag out of a match and you'll give you a deserter penalty, or you'll get into a conquest game and you'll just crash nonstop. They don't fix anything. That is the same fucking company that is running Paladins. Do I want to support them and do I want to play their games anymore? And when they also took the game off the Nintendo Switch because they were so fucking stupid that they could not fix the game on the Nintendo Switch. I don't really want to support that type of company. I'm sorry. I really don't. It was great while it lasted. Like, I'll give them credit. Like, my channel was built around Paladins, and I do feel for the people that still want to see me play Paladin stuff. I appreciate you guys still being here and watching my stuff. But if Paladins is not going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2, which I think will be like the next opportunity they'll have to even put on some type of system that I even play, Like, I don't even think the company will be around in 2 years at that point. Even like a year from now, I don't think. Smite 2 is literally the only thing Hi-Rez gives a shit about, and the game is already dead on arrival, and it has not even officially released. I think it officially releases in like mid-January in like a few weeks, and it's already dead on arrival. So they're literally gonna kill their entire company, and I don't give a fuck about them at all. They're the same fuckers that don't give me my fucking refund, so they can go fuck themselves. I hope everybody that at Hi-Rez loses their job, and I hope the CEO never is a CEO for any other company ever again. I really don't care. Sucks, it really does, but at the same time, these are the same people that also neglected Paladins for so many years. You cannot... Mr. Stu, Mr. Stu, I know in case you happen to watch this video, I doubt you will, but you're a scumbag. You do not know how to run a company. You should have stepped down a long time ago. You're the main person that ran Paladins into the ground, and you're the reason why the game is not on the Switch, and while the game is literally has... I think Paladins actually has like less than like 200 players daily. It's something really low now, and like all the content creators are leaving from the game too, so... Short answer, no, I don't think I'll be coming back to Paladins or playing the game anytime soon, unless it gets put on the Nintendo Switch 2, and Hi-Rez is still around for like 1 or 2 years from now, which I highly doubt. Even then, I don't think I'll play the game, and I'm not going to go out of my way to play the game on PC when it's not worth my time. There's no demand for it at all, content-wise. Maybe for like one video, but to make constant content on the game, I'm just wasting my time. That's kind of the short answer there. So, scumbags. Hi-Rez are scumbags. I hate them. Awful, evil, fucking scumbag company. Absolute fucking evil company. If you rank in like some of the most evil companies on the list, Hi-Rez is definitely up there. And one of the some of the stupidest motherfuckers too, that don't know how to run a company. Most incompetent devs and most incompetent CEOs of all time. There you go, on the same company. As for plans going into 2025, we do have some plans. I'm going to kind of just go through these. I'm not going to go through these in really any order, but these are some of the stuff I do have planned for the channel. Kind of give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Nintendo Switch 2 is supposed to be dropping sometime in 2025. I do plan on getting the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever they call it or whatever it may be. I will be getting that along with Pokemon Legends ZA. That's supposed to be releasing at least the holiday of 2025. I'm not sure if that's actually confirmed. We haven't got any info on it over like a year now, actually. But once we do get our official info on the Nintendo Switch 2 or Pokemon Legends ZA, no matter what, I'm going to probably be getting both. So that is one thing I can probably guarantee to you guys. I will be getting a new Nintendo Switch 2 console sometime either this year or next year, whenever it may be. Along with Pokemon Legends ZA, I will be covering both, so... Maybe some other games on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. What, Mario Kart 9, whatever they have for Mario Kart, probably the next... Maybe like a next Mario Kart series or whatever other games they're going to have on release. Splatoon 4, maybe. Even though Splatoon 3 was fucking god-awful, atrocious garbage. Maybe Splatoon 4 will be better, if that somehow comes to be in like a year or two from now. I don't know. They gotta sell some crazy good titles alongside the Switch 2 to get people to buy it. So expect a Pokemon game, probably Legends, or like a Zelda Breath of the Wild or some other type of thing going alongside it, I'm assuming. Probably Mario Kart 9 or some Mario Kart game or some Mario game, I'm assuming. Depending what they have, I might also add something else to that, but that's kind of the main plan there. Now, that's the main #1 plan going into this year. There's also a few other games I do plan on covering on the channel. Another one being Project Mugen, which has actually got renamed to Ananta, I think is what it is. Ananta, Ananta, I think that's what you call it. Not sure if that's how you say it, but pretty much what it is it's an anime version of GTA Online. That's kind of what it looks to be. It doesn't have an official release date yet. It's still like in the development phase of the game. It's supposed to be releasing sometime this year or at the start of next year. And it's rumored, so far it's confirmed to be on PC and PlayStation, but it's rumored to be coming to the Nintendo Switch as well as Xbox. So if it does come to the Nintendo Switch 2 or the current Nintendo Switch, I do plan on playing the game and covering the game on the channel, just because it looks really cool and something I kind of maybe want to try out. That's something that I'm planning on doing over here as well. Also got Tokyo Extreme Racer. If you guys don't know, I actually covered Tokyo Extreme Racer, the old PlayStation 2 games on the channel a long ass time ago. I think I did some like really old like Wanderer Guide videos and some other like rival videos, like at least 5, maybe like close to like 10 years old at this point, something around there on the channel. I actually played through those. Fun fact, I actually played through both of those games on my New Year's break here, like over the past week and a half. I actually played through Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero on the old OG PS2 that I have. Played through it, beat the game with an S2000, and I'm actually currently playing through Tokyo Extreme Racer 3 on the PS2 as well. As we speak, I'm kind of just going to be playing through it slowly though for these next few weeks. With I think dual with this Lancer Evo 5 and Lancer Evo 8, so kind of just to relive the games and kind of go back to nostalgia while I had some free time. Both really, really incredible, good games. Tokyo Extreme Racer is going to be releasing on PC. It's also rumored to come to console. I don't know if it'll be on Switch. It's probably going to be on Xbox and PS4 or PS5, one of those two, I'm assuming. But it is supposed to be releasing in 2025. If you guys want to check it out yourself, you guys can just search Genki, Genki on YouTube, and it'll pull up the Tokyo Extreme Racer, like a bunch of the teaser trailers and stuff, some of the Wanderers and like rivals that are rumored for the game, and they're going to be kind of showcasing like also some gameplay and stuff. I haven't really done any content on it yet because we don't have an official release date, but I will be starting to do content for Tokyo Extreme Racer once we do get a confirmed release date for the game, and it will be the only game that I do plan on playing on PC. So I do plan on playing. I'm going to try to play with controller, but if I can play with a controller like the Switch controller, then I'm going to have to play with like keyboard and mouse, which I don't want to do, but I'm going to try to play it with controller and see how it runs. That'll be like the only game I probably will try to play on PC because it's one of the games I've been looking forward to for I don't know how long. The last Tokyo Extreme Racer game Genki made was Import Tuner Challenge, which I think was like 2006. And then they went out of business, I think, and they came back, but I think like in the last few years. The company got rebooted, I think. So pretty much what it is, it's an updated version of the game. It's the sequel we never really got, just pretty much like 15 years later. So kind of what a lot of people that also play like the original games are really looking forward to it back on like the PlayStation 2 and all those games. So really cool. If you guys like racing games, like I said, I used to do racing content over here as well, like with cars and like racing type of games. That's one thing I used to do. I haven't done it at all recently over the last few years, but I was a really like hard-going like casual, or not really casual, like hardcore like racing game enjoyer as well. So just haven't really done it because there really is no good racing games on Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, they're all garbage, or they're just shitty remasters. So that'd actually be like the first actual good racing game that I look forward to playing. So it's not going to be on the Switch, but it'll be on PC, but you guys get what I'm saying. Apart from that, not really too much else. I would like to upgrade PC as well, but I don't know if that's going to be sometime this year. That's just something kind of like way on the back burner. Same with Mike. The main priority, at least for like funds-wise, if you guys also want to donate to the channel, feel free to as well. Down below, if you guys want to super chat or become a channel member, all the funds that I do gain monetarily through the channel go towards some of the future plans, like the Nintendo Switch 2, Pokemon Legends ZA, and like some of this other stuff. But at least for the main stuff, at least funds-wise, that I'm mainly going to be using the funds for going forward, is the Switch 2 and Pokemon Legends ZA. That's the main two things right now. I would like to upgrade PC, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this year. Same with Mike, that's kind of on the back burner, but I could get it like a better, like a blue snowball or some type of mic, at least a little bit better. But as of right now, that stuff's kind of mainly on the back burner because my current Nintendo Switch is on its like last legs. I'm surprised it's even working currently. So like I kind of have to prioritize going based off that. I think the main priority is upgrading to a Nintendo Switch 2 or some type of other new console. So that's kind of my main priorities right now. So because if you guys do want to support the channel monetary, just keep on watching the videos. If you guys want to go further, super chat as well really helps out the channel when I'm live, or even I think you can even do it on videos if you really want to as well down below. So kind of pretty much the entire gist of the video. Not really too many questions, unfortunately, but kind of just turned out to being more of like a discussion video and like kind of more of like a a channel update video, which is kind of fine. Q&A / like channel update video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thanks for all the support and on into 2025.